Hello, explorers, and welcome back to the Fey Wilds. Hello, Trace, Exus, Komodo, Caden, Ifany. I think maybe Reggie's here as well. I'm gonna say hello anyway. Thank yous for stopping by. I do appreciate. Hope you're all doing good. Hope you're all doing good. Only paid 65 a night. Ooh. So the thing is like I'm moving further away from where MFF is taking place, so now it's going to be even worse for me to try and make it. Today was a great day. Excellent. Which, thank you, Exus, for doing the thing. I will test it as soon as I can. I've been running around all day. My weekends are typically the busiest. But we return to Tales of Apocrypha. We're still in the middle of a dungeon. We have to sacrifice somebody's, a follower of Loth's heart, I believe, in this temple to get... I just keep... The whole time... What's the snippet of it? You know what? You can absolutely teaser it. Teaser it in the promotion, the promo channel. I keep having to tell myself, the whole reason we're in this dungeon is to get, like, at bat hair. This is the whole reason. I swear to God, if this bat's alive, we're gonna have to murder the shit out of it. We are playing D&D. We are playing D&D. We're playing Tales of the Apocrypha. Starion will recap everything that's occurred so far. But let's see here. Let's go ahead and swap on over and say hello to everybody.
Hill is small.
Hello.
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 Hey.
Hey.
How's everyone doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. Chat's doing fine.
Vibing.
Yeah.
Vibing. Nice. Hello,
nice.
chat as well. Thank you for joining us this evening, or morning, or afternoon.
Whenever it is for you.
Right.
Morning before Rana.
Yeah.
Good
yes.
morning, Rana.
Good morning.
Thank you.
But yes, welcome everyone to another session of Tales of the Apocrypha. How are y'all feeling today? How we feeling?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Him.
Man, I can't wait till I get eaten by a shadow. That's gonna be great.
You never know.
You never know.
Right. All right, then I guess we got everyone here with us today, which is fantastic.
Baby.
And then I guess we'll get right on into it for tonight. Woohoo. So as to recap from last session, we started with the party entering the Vault of Glittering Night, a temple of Veyron constructed out within the Nightlands. Entering the temple, the party wasn't sure what they were going to get up to, just knowing that this was the area recommended to them to find one of the components Balar needed to repair the barrier, which would be leather of the Chiroptera, an ancient large bat.
Oh, leather. I keep thinking it's bat hairs. I'm like, we gotta go get this bat's hairs.
Like bat fibers or something.
Fibers, yeah.
Something like that. Upon entering, Resh informed the party that they would have to drink, essentially drow poison, as a way to sort of honor Varan and allow themselves into his temple. Exploring the temple, they discovered the large main chamber, which held a very old, very decayed body covered in crystals, as well as a door that they haven't quite figured out how to open yet. A couple of side rooms led to a storage area where they had to take on a group of carrion crawlers and a spider that at one point just seems to keel over and die, though the party is not quite sure how or why that happened. And another room revealed that they were not alone in this temple, as they ran into a patrol of drow from House... shit, I just had it pulled up.
Zalray.
Thank you. From House Zaure. Whereupon, speaking with the patron with the patrol, Ziska?
Yep.
Oh, thank goodness. Speaking with the patron Ziska, a little away from the women that had accompanied him here, found out that he's perhaps not too particularly fond of them all, and he agreed to turn on them with the party as they killed the priestess, the other two that were with him before he decided to make his departure with his bugbear slave in tow.
Can I just say, it brings me great joy when you ask me for drow names to give you the most unpronounceable ones I can.
Yeah? It's fantastic,
It's
honestly.
fantastic.
It's fabulous.
It's great.
Mm-hmm. So now, with the 3 drow slain within the room, and the last one finished off as Aoife literally ripped their heart out of their chest, I guess that is now where we shall begin tonight's session.
Oh, baby.
Woo!
Whoa.
Ooh.
And so, let's see. And so now, with the sounds and adrenaline of combat dying down, you all find themselves within the alchemical room of the Vault of Glittering Night. What's left now after the battle is a table covered in broken glass vials and tubing, as well as scorched parchments and journals, thanks to the fireball launched by Narcellus at the party upon your initial entry. And that's about all that's remaining now after your combat, as well as the 3 dead bodies of the drow laying upon the floor.
Oh.
Yes.
I was actually going to ask if I could do something.
Yeah, absolutely.
The other drow body here, what condition is she in? It's a weird question to ask.
Gosh, I have to try to remember. I think she's still in pretty fine condition. I forget who it was that killed her. Oh, yeah.
She got
Yeah,
ripped
so I
in the
mean,
face.
yeah, so I mean, she's covered in some very deep, like, cuts and lacerations, but she's otherwise still in, like, one piece. Whereas the male drow over here is fairly scorched.
Okay, so looking toward who's maybe the strongest person in the group? Arca. I want Narcellus to kind of kneel down by this body and look at Arca and say, she still looks like she's in pretty fine condition. Do you think you could carry her?
I could, yes. Where do we want to carry her to?
Well, unfortunately, our new human companion ripped the heart out of her chest, and he'll look at the one over here and says, "That's not much of a sacrifice, is it?"
Ah. Alright.
Just kind of pointedly look at Aoife as well.
It was pretty cool, though.
I mean, the riddle said a heart, so I thought maybe, but...
Well, yes, but it's not much of a sacrifice if you just go get a heart and bring it to him.
I mean, it sounded pretty straightforward.
I just want to have all our bases covered, okay? After all, you guys weren't the ones getting laughed at.
That's right. I'm gonna move out of the I'm just gonna move away. Got his arrows back. He's good. Oh, I need to grab my.
But yes, Arca will. It's this one, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So yes, Arca leans on down and hauls the body over his shoulder.
Also, just real quick, curious, did any of the papers on the table or the books or the ambulix make it?
Make an investigation check for me.
Like,
12. So you take a look over the table as Arca leans over and hauls up the other female drow's body over his shoulder, and you kind of look through the charred remains of what's been left of any of the papers on the table, but what you find is either too burnt to read or is just not enough information to glean anything of use.
And like the liquids inside the glass, like that's all been destroyed.
Yeah, unfortunately, everything has been kind of blown apart. So there's a mixture of glass, paper, and burn marks and liquids of multiple colors all over this table.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Just got some potion soup over here.
Mhm.
What about this chest over here? Is that still intact, or did that get hit by the?
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, no, that is still in one piece.
Oh.
Just has like some blood splatter on it, but you know.
Yeah, that'll just rub right off. It'll be fine.
That doesn't affect the ability to get into there, I would assume. Not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't have any thieves' tools.
But you know somebody who does.
He's standing right over here. He doesn't want to get close there.
What? Why not? What's going on in Taffy's head?
He's listen, he just saw a room explode, and then he just saw someone literally punch a heart out of somebody, like stuff you read in a book.
Yeah.
He was like, I didn't think that was doable in real life.
They got mad.
You didn't come to
keep
play
our
around.
hands.
She said, I'm gonna go big.
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
Exactly.
So the treasure chest is a little. The last thing on his mind right now is he's like, staring at the corpse on the floor with a hole through its chest. Also trying to not to step on like potion juice that might be leaking off the table.
Okay. Then, I think Eva's gonna. I'm gonna try and open the chest. I don't know. Can I monk chop through it or something?
Huh. If you want to try to punch through this chest, you can give me
I just punched through a woman's chest, so I feel like I should be able to punch through a wooden chest.
I like
wood is nothing.
Ife's solution.
We're just in a kung fu movie at this point. I can't do this.
I just punch through things, and then you just punch into the chest, grab whatever it is, and then pull it out.
Listen, this is all I've ever wanted for myself. Okay.
I love this for you.
Give me a strength check.
Oh wait, wait. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Okay, wait. Can I do like I don't know what it would be, if it would be like insight or
Perception?
wouldn't be insight, perception, and just see if there's anything weird about the chest or anything that like gives off like, hey, maybe you shouldn't punch through this.
Yeah, sure. Give me a perception check then.
Okay. Whew. Oh, I had advantage still on. Give me 1 second. Let me turn that off. I'll re-roll.
Yeah.
Okay, dirty 20.
All right. Yeah, so you're winding your fists back, getting ready to like punch this thing open, but then you stop and you think, okay, maybe I should check it out first for some traps. So you give it a good look over, and you investigate the lock, you kind of look around all the sides of it, and as far as you can tell, there is nothing odd or weird about this chest or trapped in any way. It's just a old wooden chest covered in some cobwebs and dust.
Okay. All right. I mean, if no one's gonna stop me, I'm gonna punch through this thing.
So the
I
second
want to see her do it. I want to see her do it.
the second you punch it, that's when Taffy like jumps and looks over. And is like, oh.
There's somebody over.
I didn't even see that.
Where's my?
Oh yeah, so go ahead and give me a strength check.
Okay. And that would be on the left side of my character sheet, right? It wouldn't be under skills. Okay.
Yeah, just a plain strength check.
Oh god.
So you wind your fist back, you punch the chest hard as you can, and just hurt your knuckles in the process. With a loud thud.
Love to see it.
And then,
maybe that wasn't the smartest move.
Taffy, well, he takes a step forward and he's like, well, hold on a second. He's like, did you want some help with that?
Oh, actually, yes, maybe your expertise would be a little bit better than mine here.
Oh, come on, Taffy. I wanted to see her break her hand.
Taffy looks between Narcellus and Ife, and it's like, or Eva, it's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, okay, but maybe I would prefer her hand not be broken if we have to get into another fight.
Fine.
Kind of carefully steps around the body. It's like, excuse me, just a little bit. And then he goes to town. All right, so he's gonna go. First thing he's gonna do is he's gonna inspect the chest for. I guess if it was trapped, it would have gone off, but he's gonna do it anyway.
All right, give me a perception check.
Oh, baby, perception. Oh, baby, this is the best. This
looks like the best plain old non-trap chest you have ever seen in your entire life.
It's like they didn't even try with this.
Nothing suspicious whatsoever.
Perfect. I'm gonna thieves tool at it then. Let's pop this bad boy open. I can't wait to explode.
Give me a
cancel.
What is that? Sleight of hand, or just dexterity?
I think. Oh, jeez.
I think it's sleight of hand.
Oh yeah, it is sleight of hand.
Yeah, sleight of hand. Okay.
And
We've been playing enough Baldur's Gate, we should know.
Yeah, for real.
Now, is it advantage with thieves tools? Or is it not?
I think
can't remember.
Thieves
or,
tools
oh, that just lets me use my
proficiency bonus.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, so close to a 20.
Alright, you got a 12. So yeah, you take thieves' tools, you start fiddling around with the lock, and you can tell this is fairly old, technology in this thing, in this padlock. Your padlock guild has made far better locks than anything like this
We've made
before.
advancements in padlock technology.
Yeah. So yeah, with a few minutes of fiddling around with it, you eventually do pop open the lock on the chest.
Oh, babe, with reckless abandon, he opens it.
Nice. You open the chest, And inside, you see kind of an assortment of a few different things. You see there's a couple of like very old journals kind of tucked into one corner of the chest. Another corner of it holds like a wooden crate almost, but it's more like basket shaped, and it has a few different bottles that contain odd colored liquids within them. And then it seems there's just like some extra glass tubing and beakers that are in here as well.
Oh. You open the chest, you see that you need to make a dex save. The
I think
Susan.
I was gonna say while Taffy's sort of like fiddling with the lock, Eva is just gonna sort of kind of like lean over his shoulder a little bit and say, just so you know, I don't really make it a habit of pulling hearts out of people's chests.
Why not?
This is it was sort of a one-time thing. So you really don't have to be worried about me.
This kind of side eyes Aoife.
Eva just kind of like raises her hands up in front of her, like, okay.
It's like,
And she says, what was Taffy gonna say? I'm sorry.
no, he just just the side eye. He just like kind of mumbles, was like, I didn't even know that was possible.
To be quite honest, I didn't even know if it was going to work. I just she had a lot of people attacking her, and it was going on for a long time, and I sort of just wanted it to be over. That's all.
Ugh, mercy.
Mercy. He's like, I suppose that's. Oh, I got it. And then that's when he opens the chest. It kind of looks around at it, says like, I don't know. Some other people might want to look at this sort of thing before I touch anything. He'll
What's
sort
it look
of
like? He'll
back
kind
up
of
in her.
look over at the chest.
He'll just like, some. There's like some, like you said, it was like a crate and some like smaller potions and stuff in here, right? Or liquids and vials.
There's kind of like a basket-shaped like crate that has some like vials within it that's filled with like different colored liquids, and then there's a couple of old journals, and then like extra glass tubes and stuff.
It's like, so it looks like I don't know, some kind of potions in a basket over here, and some journals that I'm gonna let somebody else read those because I probably can't read them.
Sounds more like something Yavari can probably make sense of.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Yuvari is probably going to be stepping up to the chest and being like, ooh, potions and vials. Let me take a look and see if there's anything of use in there.
Alright, yeah.
So it's
Actually,
gonna just sift around it.
yeah, then Yavari, give me a medicine check.
Medicine check. It'd probably be helpful if I had my character sheet up, huh?
It sure
It's
would,
fine.
buddy.
Sure would. I thought I did. Whoopsies. Give me a minute. As it loads. God, I don't think I have any advantages towards medicine, so this will be so fun.
I believe in you.
I believe in you.
Alright, just medicine.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
just hand one to
Right,
Taffy.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's like, I don't know what these do. Here, Taffy, drink this.
So you rifle around the chest. You pull up the basket full of potions, or so Taffy says they are, and there's probably about like half a dozen different vials in this little crate. And you kind of look through them. You pick them up, kind of tilt them from side to side to examine the contents. And for the most part, you can't really tell what any of these are. They look somewhat similar to some potions you've seen in the past, but nothing seems to be kind of clicking in your mind at the moment. You do notice, however, one of the vials you pick up, as you tilt it from side to side to examine what the viscosity of it may be, you notice this mostly clear liquid doesn't seem to really move around in the vial. It just kind of jiggles a little bit.
Taffy, do you want to drink this real quick?
He kind of leans forward a little bit. He his eyes narrow because he's still got his hood up and his little mask thing up. So he just narrows his eyes at it and he's like, "What is it?"
I don't know.
Considering we're in a temple to Veyron, I would suggest not drinking it.
Fine. Would anybody else know what these particular vials are?
Can I try rolling a medicine check?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Since you're right next to Yavari, so you can kind of see
See
what
what's
she's
going
doing.
on.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So, as Yavari's examining through the potions and vials that are here in the chest, you, being right next to her, you can't help but to kind of look at them with her as she goes. And you've never had a lot of expertise when it comes to potions. Tea is your forte. You know everything about tea, but none of this is tea, nor would it probably make very good tea.
So true.
But you've probably seen the odd things here and there in the markets in Valgard, or not really in Valgard, but probably in Mithran Bay for the short time you've been here. The one that really catches your attention is kind of the last one that Yavari picks up, that when she goes to move it, it doesn't really seem to move, it just sort of seems to jiggle. And you can't help but think that it kind of reminds you of gelatin.
Oh,
Hmm.
wait, can I?
Do we
Can I
need
ask a
gelatin
question?
at some point?
Delicious.
Hold on one sec. What did you say, Eliza?
Sorry. Yavari is just gonna be like, don't we need gelatin at some point?
And then what were you going to say, Nercellis? Or ask?
I was gonna ask if he can look at it.
Yeah, if you want to also kind of approach and look at the vial.
Okay, so he'll hold his hand out. Is there any way that I can, investigate this?
What are you trying to investigate?
Basically, if he would know what it is.
Yeah, give me a medicine check. And at your question, Yavari, Resh will speak up and say, what the
Oh,
First
I know
net 20 of the
exactly what
night.
this is.
Bam, 20, nat 20.
So I think I know what it is, though.
God damn.
Yeah, so, just really quick, then, Yavari, to your question, Resh will say, yes, Balor did request that we bring him the goo of a gelatinous cube. And as you hear him say this, Nercellis, and you're examining the vial now in your hand, you have seen, well, you've not seen a gelatinous cube before, but you're aware of these things in the Underdark, and as you look at it, and you recall the information of what you know about this creature into your mind, you are fairly certain of yourself that this is in fact the goo of a gelatinous cube.
Well, that does seem to be exactly what this is. And I'll just kind of shake it vigorously back and forth to watch it jiggle back and forth.
Yeah.
Well, that's useful.
Probably just make some schlorping sounds. with his
Slurp,
vial.
slurp.
Slurping?
Oh,
Slurp, yeah.
Slurp.
and you wanted me to drink that?
I don't really think you'd be drinking it so much as chewing it, Taffy. And
Oh, he just
also,
shudders.
I'm pretty sure it would dissolve the inside of your mouth.
He shudders again.
Kind of a wonder it's not dissolving the bottle.
Taffy's gonna back away from that.
Just shakes it harder.
He's gonna back up even further.
And Resh will say, well, what I know of gelatinous cubes, some of them do sometimes have materials that they cannot dissolve. Might have been that one could not dissolve glass.
Sorry, he's just continuously stimming with this now.
Just continues to jiggle.
Yeah.
Just shaking it. It's like, come on, do something. Shake, 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 shake.
He's like, actually, Taffy,
Uh-huh.
can I borrow a gold coin?
Sure. And he takes out a gold coin and he just carefully walks up to hand it to you. He contemplated flipping it over to you and then decided that would probably be a very bad idea.
We'll take it. Do what?
I would like to take this opportunity to use one of my hit dice to heal. That would be nice. if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You are welcome to. And I guess that also goes for anyone else in the party. If you'd like to recover some HP, we can kind of maybe consider this a
short rest.
Bit of a short rest, yeah.
No,
or if you can recover stuff.
I'd like to take the cork off of the bottle and drop the coin in.
All right. So yeah, you pop the cork off of the vial, and as you do so, the smell that exudes out of this vial is one that's rather sour, and probably a little on the bitter side as well. And you take the gold coin, and the vial is just barely wide enough for you to kind of force it in through the neck of the vial and down into the goo below. And as soon as it hits...
I will cork it immediately after.
Okay, fair enough. As soon
as she gets a whiff.
Yeah. And as soon as this coin hits the goo, it immediately begins to sizzle. And you watch as the coin sinks into the middle of the goo, kind of suspended there in this liquid stuff, and is just slowly beginning to be eaten away.
Taffy
I
watches.
don't want to give this to Bella. This is so cool.
Taffy kind of watches the coin melt. He's like, couldn't we have used literally anything else?
No, I just wanted to see if you give me one.
Oh.
Ari will say, well, as nice as it would be to have a vial of acid in your pocket, I mean, isn't it rather important we give it to Balor? That way we can get out of the Underdark.
Yeah, actually, I think this and the sacrifice, we should be ready. I mean, we still have to find the bat leather, but do you guys want to head on further in, or do you want to go back to the sacrificial chamber?
Well, I would kind of
fresh heart.
Suggest heading further in, just in case, we run into more surprises. I don't want to get interrupted in the middle of a sacrifice. I feel like that might be a bad idea.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Also, I have a question. If those cube things, what if you took like a tiny little part of it and put it in a different jar? Would it like grow into a full cube?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I don't know. You seem to know what they were.
Yeah, it's a gelatinous cube. It's a big square, and it jiggles with stuff inside of it, and it eats.
Okay, I don't know, like, just gelatinous stuff. I don't know. You cut in half and just makes more of itself. I don't know if you just
your brain is a gelatinous cube.
Oh my.
Well,
Okay.
This is wild. Oh, I'm so sorry.
He'll just kind of sit there with his one hand on his hip, looking at Taffy, holding
just-
his bottle out.
Taffy's just kind of crossing his arms. I was just trying to help. You said you wanted one. I was like, why couldn't we just make more of them?
Because I don't know how gelatinous cubes reproduce.
Then he's like, okay. Then he turns to Resh and he's like, Resh, do you know how gelatinous cubes reproduce?
Resh kind of takes a moment to think about it. You know,
Can we
his
have
head
our own
tilting
pet
slightly.
pet gelatinous cube?
He says, well, I'm not very versed in information about them, but at the same time, I guess I don't see why it couldn't grow if you fed it things, I suppose.
Well, see, there you go.
Well, then I need an empty bottle and a syringe. Well, I don't know if a syringe would be a good idea. And, I don't know, a glass tube?
I don't know, isn't there an empty one in there? Wasn't there some empty ones somewhere? It's like
He'll
looking
turn
around.
back toward the chest. Are there any empty vials?
Yeah, you rummage around and you do find there's a couple of other empty, like, flasks in here. Even one that still has a stopper on it as well.
Okay. He'll take a flask, and he'll uncork the one with the coin in it, and kind of
Oh no.
hold it a little bit weird, like tilted into the other flask, and he'll just kind of shake. And he's like, does anybody have something they can poke it with?
Ivari takes out her knife.
I said
can
poke it. Can it fit in this?
We can try.
It's made of jello, right? Like, surely a object can't hurt it that much. I don't
Nobody
know.
can hurt the knife.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's
Well,
fair.
you know what? Never mind. I take it back. I don't want to ruin my knife. It's a good knife.
And Ari is just going to kind of give a small sigh, and kind of walks his way around the table.
We're a bunch of children.
Yes.
We found a new pet and we wanted to play with it.
As he'll reach behind him to take an arrow out of his quiver and snaps it in half over his knee. And he'll kind of hold one of it out to Narcellus, you know, like with the broken shaft, and say, yeah, this should fit in there fine.
Thank you, Ari.
Mhm.
We'll just take it and shove it in the bottle and start splashing it around.
So you've got. Well, probably after trading that to you, Ari will now hold the empty flask, because I'm realizing now you probably can't do all this with two hands. So he holds the flask for you as you reach into the bottle with the gelatinous cube goo inside of it. And as soon as the arrow shaft touches the goo, you do start to hear the hissing sound of it starting to digest the material. But you work very quickly as you kind of stir it around in there, trying to agitate it and break it apart a little bit. And you do manage to kind of scoop out like a little chunk of it into the other flask.
Like, excellent.
Which Ari will then quickly like put the cork on top of.
All right, Taffy, we gotta name it.
Oh man. Let's see. It's silver in color, right?
Hold on. Let's see. Let's find out. Actually, no, I don't want to. Wait, no, ignore that one. So looking at it, it's mostly a clear, translucent color, but in some of the thicker areas of the goo inside of this vial, you notice it kind of has like a reddish pink tint to it.
What if we named it Puddin'?
Marcellus just gives him a look and holds it out to him. Just like snatches it from Ari and holds it out to Taffy like, fine, then pudding is your responsibility, and you'll have to remember to feed it.
Oh.
God.
He just awkwardly takes it, you know. He just
So
It's like,
we
what have I
pet
done?
Mouse,
The
a pet spider, and now a pet Jello.
the consequences of his actions kind
Of our own actions.
takes it.
Taffy has now acquired a vial with a tiny particle of a gelatinous cube
Yes.
that he has to feed 3 times a day.
Perfect. This is perfect. Listen, I just shove plants and crap in there, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And Ari just like shakes his head at the both of you.
What?
Nothing. And he's just smiling in amusement as he kind of starts to walk away. And he'll just say, well, should we go investigate the rest of this temple?
I guess.
Should I carry the body around the whole time, or should I?
I mean, I don't want another gelatinous cube coming around and making a meal out of it.
Alrighty.
Just throw it on the floor whenever we go into another room. It's fine.
God.
What?
Nothing. Here you
We're
go.
gonna
I
cause
can
an
take your dead
apocalypse.
body with you.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so then do you all head then into the next room?
Hell yeah.
Alright. Excellent. Okay. So you all approach the next door. Let's
Actually, I'm a sorcerer. I'm gonna hang back.
But you're so good with that chain whip.
Yes, but that's different.
That's different.
I doubt any of my rolls are gonna be as good as they were last time. To be fair, we all were rolling like insane last session.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, it's out
Sorry.
of the bag now.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, I
Don't worry.
was just
Chad didn't see
fucking
it.
it
It's
up.
fine.
You won't see a
I
thing.
don't even know what's happening.
Okay.
What happened to Fog of War?
It's wonky sometimes.
Yeah.
Alright, so you approach the next door in the room, and as the rest, it rumbles and grinds stone against stone as it falls away into the floor. Revealing the next room, it's a large, long chamber that's just as dark as the rest of the temple, lit only faintly by soft glowing braziers of a blue-green light. What is illuminated in this room is covered in dark stains splattered across every surface. Metalwork rusted from use and age, black stone turned a deep, sinister, rusty red. One side of the room holds statues carved into shapes unrecognizable, looming up to the ceiling with chains and manacles nailed into them. The other side of the room is lined with old tables and machinery coated in old dried blood, and one can only assume what sort of use they once served. Rusted drains sit beside each table with dried trails of blood leading into them. And then Arca, since you're in here first, and Aoife, I want you all to please roll perception checks for me.
Oh, baby.
2 of you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
Okay.
20, nice.
Damn.
That
Oh.
21,
Okay.
god damn.
Yeah. Nothing getting past us.
Yeah, honestly. So walking into this room, other than the old gore stains that cover most of the surfaces in here, you see over by a couple of the tables, probably just sitting on the floor, there are more vials of different substances here. You see many of them are cracked or broken, just kind of lying in the floor in heaps of glass and liquids that have long since seeped away into the floor. But you probably catch a couple over by this like second table over here that seem to still be in whole shape. And you, Arca, your gaze is kind of drawn to the very end of the room where you see yet another door looming. And you notice from here that the door seems to have smears of blood covering it.
Well, this room is ominous, isn't it?
It's a very well, it's not too friendly, honestly. Don't really know. I want to stay in here, but can I go and check out those you said the vials were like over here that were still intact?
Yeah, or like probably on just the side
Over
of the
there,
table
okay.
here. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go investigate my limited knowledge.
Cool. Sure. Give me like, are you trying to figure out what they might be, or you just wanna?
Yeah, I guess maybe figure out if they're like anything that could potentially be useful to us, or if it's stuff we should probably not touch.
Okay. Give me another medicine check.
Oh, nice.
What is up with y'all tonight?
For
They are
real.
prepared.
And then, Nurse Shellis, I'd also like you to give me a religion check.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so Aoife, you kind of, make your way over and examine the couple of vials that are still. Oh, okay.
Astro, no, I am actually just a human.
What's a drow again?
So, Aoife, as you examine some of these vials, the couple that are still in whole shape, you see one of them has what might have been liquid at some point, but with it not being covered by any sort of like topper or cap on the top of it, it seems the liquid inside has solidified to an almost completely hard solid that hardly moves even as you tilt the vial back and forth. Another one you pick up is kind of like this rusty brown reddish color that has also mostly dried, that you're almost fairly certain might have been blood at one point, from the way it has kind of congealed together.
Ooh.
And the last one you pick up is a semi-transparent green colored liquid that almost seems to kind of shimmer slightly depending on how you look at it. You're not sure what it is, but you kind of get the sense that it's likely not very good for consumption.
Oh.
Just something in your gut's just telling you no.
I'm gonna gently put that down.
Yeah, don't blame you. And then, Nershal, it's just to address your religion roll real quick before I'll let you go on with your chat bubble. As you walk into this room, the methods of drow torture are not foreign concepts to you, so you can at least tell that is what this room used to be.
Mhm.
Likely, knowing with your knowledge of drow culture, likely for surface dwellers, especially considering this is a temple of Veyron.
Yep.
Outside of that, you're not sure if this served any other specific purpose to Veyron. It's really, you're just kind of going off your general drow knowledge here. But yes, what would you like to say or do?
I'd actually like him to ask Resh to come in. So he would turn and he'd say, actually, Resh, do you know anything about these kind of do you know anything about these kinds of chambers? You used to torture people back in Philisera, so I figured I'd ask.
And
Completely casual about it.
It's no
Totally
big deal.
unfazed.
So cash.
yeah, let's say I'm just gonna have kind of Ari come peek into the room here. So yeah, Resh will join you in the room as everyone kind of slowly starts making their way in, and he'll take a look around, and then he'll just say, well, what I understand of Veyronite followers is that Veyron, much like Lolth, enjoyed the suffering of surface dwellers. So that is likely what this was used for, was performing torture in his name.
Sounds about right. I'll just kind of look at Yavari and Arka and Taffy nervously, and then kind of glance at Ari and go, "Oh, but he likes elves. It's okay."
Ari kind of looks over at you and says, "Oh, well, that's good."
Yeah, good for you. As Hercule says as he trudges further in. I would like to get a look at the door and all the bloodstains and all of that.
Sure. Give me another perception check for me.
Okay.
A 7. So you look over the door, and you can see that the old dried bloodstains that are on the door itself seem to have been left in a sort of singular trail, but it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to you, whether it's supposed to mean something or not. It just kind of looks like a bunch of blood smeared on the door.
It's like, yep, that sure is some blood.
Mm-hmm.
There is blood on this door. Nods.
Real quick, can Marcellus inspect some of the statues?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll, you can do perception or investigation. Are you just trying to discern what they might be, or?
Yeah.
Okay. 19, nice. Let me see. So, looking over these statues, as is with many of the things in this temple, much of them have been worn away with age. But thankfully, inside of this temple have been protected from too much wear and tear of the environment in the greater Underdark. And you kind of look over these things, and though you see the shape that they are, which it's this odd humanoid shape, but it's carved as if it's like a skeleton. But rather than having a head on its neck, it seems to have heads at either shoulder. Though carved into yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Finish.
But carved into not human or drow-like faces, more so carved into. You see one looks much like a bat face, or the one at the statue behind you, you swear kind of looks more feline-like than anything.
So, can I reach out and touch it?
Yeah.
What is it made? Can I tell what it's made out of?
As far as you can tell, it's just made of stone.
Okay.
It's very cool to the touch.
And then that's gonna be it for me. I'm just gonna kind of chill and kind of look back at everybody, and I think Darcellis would just kind of say, well, there's no monsters in here, so unless you'd all like to stay and maybe try out the furniture, maybe we should keep going.
Taffy looks between the statues and then the beds, and he's like, "No, I'm good with keep going." So he kind of
They
just
don't look very comfy. I'm good to go.
very carefully
Likewise.
tries to not touch anything.
Alright, real quick, I wanted to ask, Aoife, what did you find?
Oh, well, there were a couple of vials. I think one was blood. One was something else that pretty much looked like it was going to be useless, and then another vial. It was sort of had a blue shimmery liquid in it. Don't know why, but I have a feeling it's not particularly safe.
Oh, you should probably give it to Resh.
It's true. So I'll pick up the vial and sort of take it very gingerly. It's like holding it by like the top of the neck of the vial, and just hand it to Resh and say, maybe you could find some use for this.
And Michelle's like, that guy loves unsafe things.
Resh will take it from your hands and kind of takes a moment to examine it before giving you a sort of curt nod as he says, yes, I'm sure I can find some sort of use for it. And, Taffy, I'd like you to roll a perception check for me.
I'm gonna die, oh boy.
I'm gonna die. Oh,
14.
Actually, that's not bad.
So as you approach the door where Arca is standing in front of, you see that there's a lot of blood smears across the door. What you kind of notice, however, is that there's a pattern to it, and the more you look at it, as perhaps you even take a few steps closer to really get a look at it, the more you look at it, the more you kind of think that it was something very deliberately put there. It's very old. I mean, this is from back when the temple was more commonly in use. And you can even tell, upon inspection, that it's been done multiple times over.
Okay. So Taffy, he's staring at the door, and then he's staring at the door, and then he tilts his head to the side, and then he speaks up. Hey, does anyone else see that? There's like a pattern on the door. It looks like it's fairly, I don't know, been used a couple dozen times. Put on this door.
Can Darcellis see it?
Give me a perception check.
Oh boy.
He's like tracing it out in the air with his
I am
paw.
gonna use my anima shard.
Oh,
okay.
baby. Not today, ones.
12. So you look at the door, and you do see, what Taffy is pointing out, that there is, a symbol that's been drawn multiple times in blood upon the door. but looking at it, you can't really tell what the symbol is. It's not ringing any bells to you.
Would I be able to copy it using like my artistic skills?
Yeah, probably shouldn't be too hard.
Okay. Looking at the door, kind of how everybody's standing close to it. You know, it's not open. Michelle's gonna turn to Taffy, and he's gonna look at him real weird. And he's gonna say, "Taffy,
Yeah.
Taffy, I need a favor."
Oh, okay. It's not. I don't have to drink something, right?
No,
Okay.
Taffy, I need you to bleach.
To what now? Could you run that by me one more time?
I need you to bleed.
To bleed?
Yes.
He's noticeably nervous. Okay, like just a little bit?
Yes.
He seems incredibly nervous. He looks around and he's like, okay,
I mean, I could ask Yavari to do it if they're into that sort of thing.
You know, normally I'd say yeah, but like this is a little too suspicious for me, you feel?
Suspicious?
You know, this is a little suspicious.
And what exactly am I going to be doing that's suspicious?
The door being suspicious, not you being suspicious.
Taffy, can I please just cut you open? Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
And so he
God.
inhales. He's like, okay. And he closes his eyes and he just kind of holds out his paw, just kind of in front of you as he's just waiting.
And, Darcellis will turn towards Yavari and say, "Can I borrow your knife?"
Sure. She hands him her dagger.
And while he holds it to Taffy's paw, he's gonna say, "No, I would have used my own, but like Resh said, he likes the suffering of outsiders." And then he'll just make a very quick slit across his palm.
You hear Taffy, like, you hear him. Yeah, he winces, and you just hear this, like this little cat squeak.
Poor Taffy.
And he'll kind of bring Taffy over to the door.
Okay. He does open his eyes to make sure he doesn't stumble face plant into the floor.
And almost purposefully, he'll say sorry, and then he'll press the open wound into the door to make sure it hurts.
You see him cringe pretty hard. He's like, he's trying his best to not say or make it too much noise.
And Narcellis will start using the blood to to trace how the symbol looks. He doesn't know what it is, but he's recreating it, and he's making, like, you'll hear another just little, like, sorry, and then he'll press really hard once he gets to the end of the symbol, like, against the door, trying to cause Taffy more discomfort.
You hear him murph and squeak and make like pained like cat noises that he's trying to keep muffled. It's failing rapidly the more this is going on.
Alright. Taffy, you will take 6 points of damage from that.
I'm glad I used that hit die.
Alright. And as you copy the symbol, Narcellis, running Taffy's bleeding paw over it to retrace it, you notice as you kind of press it in for that final touch, you see that runes that you hadn't noticed before carved along the outside of the door begin to glow very faintly with like this blue energy. And as the other doors before, this one will finally rumble and groan as it pushes itself down into the floor to allow you all passage into the final room of the temple.
Not gonna lie, didn't think that was gonna work.
Oh.
Like, out of character,
Wow.
didn't think that was gonna work.
That would have
Yeah.
been funny. I would have laughed. All of that for nothing.
We'll release Taffy and kind of give him an apologetic look, and he'll say, "Sorry, it's just a thing."
No, he's like, he's like taking his hand and he's just nursing it with his other hand and kind of holding it under his his armpit to like keep pressure on it, and he's just like, no, the door's open, so it worked.
Yeah.
And so as this door opens into the next room, for those of you without dark vision, which I think is Arca and Aoife, the room for you is pitch black. And you really cannot see anything, especially given that there is very little light in the room you are in already. As for the rest of you, as the door opens, you see that other than the darkness of the room, the only light, and it's barely noticeable, are circles of runes that are carved around the bases of 4 giant statues looming in every corner of the room that appear to be made out of onyx. Their appendages are long and thin, tipped with claws long and sharp enough to rip someone to shreds in a single swipe. These statues are carved into the shapes of terrifying creatures with wings that spread wide from their backs.
Oh.
Their faces are contorted in all manner of expression, with their maws open, revealing glows of gleaming sharp teeth. It's almost as if they're watching you all standing there in the doorway, but nothing moves.
And
as
Marcellus is going to back up and just say, "You know what? I don't want to go in. I'm fine if we don't go inside."
Taffy leans around the side of the door there so he can get a better look in there, and he's looking at these statues like, what the heck are those?
I don't know, but I'm okay if we don't find out. Actually, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, let's say Taffy, make a quick perception check for me, and then go ahead,
oh baby.
Aoife.
Aoife's just, I'm just gonna ask, what is it? What are you guys seeing in there?
Why don't you go find out?
I can't. I'm just going to walk into a completely pitch black room.
Oh, but you're down here. You said you could handle anything that drow do.
I didn't say I could handle anything. I just said I could take care of myself.
It's just a dark little room. It's just a little dark room. Why don't you go inside?
At this point, I feel like Ibarra is gonna pull out a torch and just kind of light it and give it to Aoife.
We already learned this lesson.
But we could learn it again.
Hold on. So Taffy, you as you peer into the room, trying to get a better look at what's inside, other than the 4 giant statues, you see that behind one of the ones in one of the farther corners, you do see that there is an old wooden trunk that's kind of wedged between the statue and the back wall. Yuvari, do you light a torch?
I do. That was the whole joke. I do not suffer.
Okay.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
This is hard.
So Taffy.
Oh, and I'm sorry. One other thing, Taffy, as you do see, there is also a door at the far right of the room that you assume probably leads back into the large main room that you guys had gone in before.
Okay. So Taffy stares into the room, and he's like, "Wait! I think I see something in the back. Yeah. I think there's a trunk back there." And then he stops for a second, and he kind of like turns. He's like he's using one of his paws to kind of like like he's mentally mapping where the dungeon is out in his head as he like turns to the right and kind of like looks along the wall and then back into the other room. And he looks back and he's like, and I think there's a door that leads back into the sacrificial chamber. That big altar room.
You know what? We could also just walk the other way and go back in the main entrance.
Right. If you want, though, I could try and sneak through there and get whatever's in that chest.
While bleeding?
It's not that bad, as he's like, you know, he's keeping a lot of pressure on it. He's been doing all, you know, been motioning and everything with just his one paw that hasn't been cut. Like, it's, you know, I'm not bleeding on the floor. And am I bleeding on the floor? Am I leaving a trail of blood on the floor?
Oh god.
And besides, it's so dark, not anything could see it.
Sure, Taffy. And he'll just place a hand on his shoulder and sort of push him toward the door and say, "Go ahead."
Oh,
So he kind of stumbles. And he's like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, this will be fine. It'll be fine. In and out, real quick. I'll be right back. I would like to make a stealth check."
Please do.
Oh.
You know, I've enjoyed having Taffy in the party so far.
Yeah, he's been great. I think this might be the last we see of him.
So Taffy, you stumble into the room as Narcellus pushes you, and you attempt. You know, you were gonna go in here all sneaky like, but it seems Narcellus gave you a bit shoving enough that you lose your footing and tumble over yourself onto the ground.
oh god.
Oh, sorry.
And as soon as you do so,
Just oof.
Oh no.
as soon as you do so, you see the statue heads all turn very quickly towards you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm gonna die.
And all of a sudden, you see energy gathering within their mouths in this
Oh,
bluish
no.
green light,
Oh.
and they
fucking
each
hell.
fire at you in unison. And you take
Ow.
10 force damage.
just blows me back into the room. Taffy's just knocked out on his, just laid out. After this you know, several very sharp pops as each of these beams of force just slam into me, and I go, you know, Taffy goes flying back in, just laid out right on his back, just looking straight up. You just hear this, oh.
Narcellus will say, "Now, does anyone else want to go in there?"
Yvonne's gonna cast healing elixir on Taffy. First and foremost.
I don't blame her.
There you go, Taffy. Just for you.
2d4 plus 2. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you.
See. Hey,
Oh,
there you
baby.
go.
I healed the cut on my hand.
As you come, like, blasting back into the room, Taffy, Ari's just like, what on earth was that?
More than likely some kind of a security measure.
What is it even protecting?
I'm okay not finding out.
You know what? So am I. And Ari will at least step up and help heal you as well, Taffy, as he just gently puts a hand on your shoulder, and you feel a little warmth seeping into you as you recover an extra 5 hit points.
Yay!
Lay on hands.
In the arms of
You slowly
devil.
We're
kind
trying to
of.
get to that chest in the middle, in that corner.
Yeah.
That seems like a dangerous endeavor there.
Just a smidge.
Yes, and I'm not sure it's worth it.
I don't care what's in there, unless it's the, I don't know, the essence of eternal life. I don't think it's worth it.
Can you already try?
Taffy's gonna pick, without saying a word, he's just gonna pick himself up. He's a little hunched over. He's kind of rubbing the side of his arm. It's clearly his pride was hurt a little bit there. He's just gonna walk out of the way.
Wait, what did you do? What? How did you fail?
Timmy.
Tell me how you failed, Taffy. I don't want to repeat the same mistake.
I don't know. I just fell into the room and then I got blown up.
Okay. Let's go. You know, Yavari is
based
going
on sight
to
or
soak up
something?
the seed. And Yavari's just gonna go for it.
Just run. Make dex saves. Dodge.
Oh, wait.
What?
Before she goes, I just want to check my character sheet real quick.
And in the meantime, as Ari will also kind of look over at Aoife and he'll ask him, do you require a little healing there? Aoife, was it?
Oh, yes, it's Aoife. And, she'll, like, look down at her hand that still has, like, the shards of glass in it.
Oof.
Yeah, she's having a great time, and we'll say, if you don't mind.
Sure, and he'll reach out and, kind of gently, like, put his hand over yours, and you can regain 10 hit points.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Eliza, I sent you a Discord message.
I should. Yavari is a illusionist wizard. I do.
So Nershella's is going to put a hand on Yavari's shoulder and he's going to say, if you're actually going to go in there, why don't you try casting Minor Illusion?
That is a good idea. Let me check what Minor Illusion can do real quick. It's been a hot second. Okay. So Yavari is going to take Nershella's idea and let's see. Where is my mouse tool? There we go. She's gonna cast Minor Illusion and put an illusion of herself right between the first two statues.
So, like right about here?
Yeah.
Alright. So you conjure up your anima to cast your spell to create this illusion of yourself. And it looks fairly similar to you, red skin, black hair, just kind of standing there now between the two statues. And, as you summon it, nothing happens.
Nershella's will just kind of clap her Yavari on the shoulder and go, well, how do you want to be buried?
I might reconsider. I don't want to die for something that could potentially be nothing.
Yeah, same. Hey, Arca, what do you say you carry that body back to the sacrificial chamber and we just forget this room exists?
I don't suppose anyone can move the chest to us.
I do not have mage hand, no.
Neither do I, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
You really want that chest, don't you, buddy?
I don't know. They went through a lot of trouble to hide it.
I'm sure there'll be other things we can rifle through, and it's fine. Really, I think we really need to get going.
Alright.
Taffy, would it make you feel better if on the way back out of the temple I let you go hoard the treasure room?
Yeah. Really? Like I can?
Yeah.
Like for real?
On the way out, you can stop in the treasure room.
Okay.
At least then, if he's gonna kill somebody, it won't be me.
And then immediately Taffy's like, oh.
Right here, I'm just gonna take all your guys' tokens so I can just move you all in unison here.
Whoosh.
Wait. Oh, shoot.
Oh, what's up? Okay, I can put you back.
I just needed to ask, does Yubari still have her dagger of returning?
I think I sold that last time.
Yeah, I feel like I remember you getting rid of that at some point. I just don't remember what we did.
Damn,
with
I was gonna say if you threw it at the box, it would come to us eventually.
Yeah, but we'd be standing here
We
for
could,
like 3 days trying to get it to move.
Put a rope on it.
Yeah, put a rope around an arrow, I could shoot it, and then we could try pulling it in.
Wait.
I have 50
Can I
feet of rope.
Can I try something?
Oh,
before
Taffy's
we
got
do
plenty
this?
of rope.
Sure.
I want to cast Firebolt in the center of the room.
Oh,
my
God.
god.
There's a reason.
Okay. Alright, so you cast Firebolt into the room, and you watch as it collides with the stone in the very center and, explodes in this burst of flame and light. And almost as soon as it seems to hit the ground, make kind of that whooshing noise of fire as it leaps through the air, you see the statues all turn their heads and fire at where
Hey.
the firebolt hit the ground.
Anna, you were right.
We're making progress.
We're making progress.
Nerdcellist will look at the rest of the party and we'll just say, I think they have infravision.
So you're saying they track heat?
Yeah. Things that are alive have, body.
It's a real shame we don't have Solitar with us. I feel like we could just chuck him in there and go.
Yeah, now I'm starting to regret leaving him in that dungeon.
That's unfortunate.
Hey, wait! Hey, wait!
I don't like that. I don't like the wait.
Look at my spells. Hold on.
Oh boy.
No.
Oh, I don't have that hex yet. Never mind.
Oh.
Does anybody have any necromancing spells? We have a corpse.
We do.
God.
Do you have a corpse?
Oh my!
I have told the dead. I have false life.
Wait, so good. This sound going through 800 spells.
Wait. Shit, no, Tova's in here. Fuck. Fuck. I was like, she has a bag of shit.
Yeah, she would have slayed in this moment. But...
Damn.
So, do you think it tracks like only one heat source, whichever is the hottest, or do you think it would track more than one?
Probably whatever's hottest.
Because I've got some stuff with me that I could make a pretty big fire. We just kind of shove it into the room.
Really shouldn't use real fire because that's summon Veyras, but anima fire apparently is okay.
You don't want me to run in and fly in and grab the chest? Well,
Do you think the two? Well, yeah. If I could help, run in with you and.
I have one more question. Yavari.
Yeah.
if we can find, I don't know, maybe some of the potions that are here, or maybe if we can salvage one of those, breweries over there, do you think you could craft something with an ice potency?
I could definitely try.
Ooh.
Taffy, what was your idea?
The only thing I could think of would be to, now that I know what's coming, I could try and run in and dodge while someone else goes for the chest. Considering I have fur, I might be able to make it through.
Regretting not taking. Well. Okay, so I'm sorry. This is the stupidest thing I've ever suggested. I have a spell that creates a tidal wave. So, what if I put you in front of me, and I cast the water tidal wave, and I push you to the other side of the room?
But wouldn't the statue still be able to track the heat signature? Even in the water?
But would the water stop them? Actually, real quick, do any of the patches on my special robe have anything that could help?
Over. Oh, that'd be awful. Shoot.